Good morning. This is your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing, continuing with the gloomy conditions out there this morning. As we continue through our Tuesday, do expect a decent chance of seeing some light rain showers in the area as we move through the daytime hours today. Also continuing to see breezy conditions with peak winds up around 24 to 26 miles per hour in the last hour, and expecting that to continue as we move through the day today. But we'll see dry and seasonable weather build back into the area as we move through the second portion of our work week. If we take a look at our current surface analysis, seeing a weak area of low pressure along a stationary boundary just to our south and high pressure well to our north. That's keeping that onshore flow in the region continuing, and we'll likely see that continue over the next several days. But otherwise, upper level low supporting some showers around the region, and that will be that potential driver for any shower chances as we move through today. If we look at the upper level winds from this morning, sounding had some east northeasterly winds close to the surface, right around 20 knots, and then weaker winds as we go through the mid levels, and those winds becoming more westerly in the upper levels, with our peak wind of 48 knots at 25,000 feet. The freezing level today is at 16,600 feet. We'll take a look at the current picture here. We can see on the local radar, do continue to have some shower activity off the coast to our southeast, starting to see some light radar returns over the local area, and some additional showers off to the west. Do expect some of those showers off to the west to possibly move through the area as we move through the day today. If we zoom out, look at the visible satellite and composite radar, we can see some additional shower coverage across the region. Again, some eastward movement with some of that activity, so could see that moving through mainly as we get late morning and during the afternoon time frame, and expecting to stay socked in the clouds until we get into the day tomorrow. If we look at the short-term high-resolution model, have seen some models backing off a bit on some of the coverage of precipitation today, but nonetheless do have a good chance of seeing some light showers around the area. As you can see here, the HER model does have some of that activity. Again, looks to be focused more during the afternoon and possibly the early part of the evening, but it looks like as we get past the 20 local time frame, we should see much of that activity moving out of the area, with just some lingering light showers or light sprinkles possible moving through the overnight and into the morning hours on Wednesday. Continuing through the day on Wednesday, we'll see some breaks in the clouds, but overall expecting a mostly cloudy weather day, and seeing low end chance of maybe some light sprinkles swinging through the area, as you can see some of the reflectivity shown here on the model. But as we move overnight Wednesday and into the day on Thursday, we'll continue to see a mix of partly to mostly cloudy skies, but I should see drier weather as we move through the extended forecast. If we zoom out, looking at the European model here, we'll see high pressure builds over the area, keeping things mainly dry through the long term, but we'll see continued onshore breeze, so we'll keeping our temperatures fairly seasonable, and as we move through the daytime hours, we'll see daily kind of increasing clouds with that daytime heating and onshore flow. Otherwise, as we get into the weekend time frame, we'll see a weak boundary approach the area during the day on Wednesday. European model does have some light precipitation indicated here, looking like a very low end chance and not very impactful if we do see any maybe light showers or sprinkles moving through with that boundary. But as we move through the end of the weekend, continue to see mainly dry weather, and models are signaling as we get to the beginning of next week potentially a more potent upper level trough attempting to dig into the eastern part of the country, possibly bringing a fairly strong cold front into the local region here, as you can see looking at 8 a.m. on Monday morning, and potentially bringing some more seasonable temperatures into the area with our first decent shot of some decently cool weather possibly, but again at this time a bit far out to really put any significant confidence in this, but we'll be keeping an eye on that as we move through the week. So if we look at our 24-hour weather risk chart for today, expecting orange conditions as we move through the daytime hours for our precip, looking at a pretty good chance of seeing some light showers around the area. Not expecting a washout or significant accumulation with that activity, but just more of a nuisance showers possibly moving through the area. And we'll see cloudy conditions continue as well. We'll see a yellow risk for those winds that are above 25 knots, as we do expect that breeze to continue out of the east-northeast 10 to 15 knots. We'll see our peak winds up around 24 knots, so can't rule out seeing possibly a wind advisory as we move through the daytime hours today. Not really expecting any significant lightning chance, looking at about a 10, maybe a 10% chance of any lightning with the shower activity. So looking green for lightning at this time. Going into the evening, we keep a yellow risk for any lingering light shower potential. As we move into Wednesday morning, we'll keep cloudy conditions around and start to see a break in the clouds as we get into the start of the day on Wednesday. We'll also see those winds lightening up a bit and our low temperature cooling down to around 64 degrees. Tides are running about a foot above normal, and the extended forecast looks pretty good as we move into Wednesday. We'll see mostly cloudy conditions, high around 74 degrees, and we'll stay right in the mid-70s as we move through the remainder of the week. Low temperatures will be right around 60 or lower 60s as we move through and into the weekend time frame. Again, a mix of partly to mostly cloudy skies pretty much daily as we move through the extended forecast here. Have that low end chance of maybe some precip on Saturday, looking at about 10% chance, and not very likely. So continuing in our next best chance of seeing some more significant rainfall into the area will be potentially with that upper level trough digging in to the region early next week. So looking at about 20% chance of precip on Monday. We'll see some increased clouds with that as well, and continue with those mid-70s for our highs. So that's going to wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Enjoy the rest of your day.